Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Jalini binti Muhammad Azali. My mention number is 201940388. So, my group members are Muhammad Irfan, Muhammad Shakir, Muhammad Akmal, and also Umi Khadijah. We from AP 11555. So, we're going to present about the proposed development by our client, which is Mars Tenaga Maju Development Corporation Berhad, and the development Mas multi-story commercial building. Okay, for introduction, feasibility study is an analysis that takes into consideration of all projects factors like economic and legal. So, for term and reference, our proposed development is 3-story office building, and our company has conducted an inspection on 25th October 2021. Okay, the site is located at lot 195C80 and area to be developed is 2 acres. So, the location is at Jalan Baru Perdana 31200 Ipoh Perak, and the site area is at Mukim Hulu Kinta, District of Kinta, and the State of Perak.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name Muhammad Akmal bin Sohaimi. For the site visible, our subject property is a vacant land, and the neighborhood area has been developed to residential area. We look for the location plan. Based on our research, the site plan is located within the mixed development area in Kinta. The land is approximately 14.1 km to the Ipoh City. The subject land is also accessible from Batu Gajah and Simpang Pulai via Jalan Kuala Kangsar. Next is site plan. The site is zoned as commercial land and the total size for the site is 8133 square meters. Then we move to the neighborhood and surrounding area. The land is in the middle of development region, so there are a few public buildings such as Forestry Department, Fire and Rescue Department, National Registration Department, School, Surau, Mosque and others. For particular of title, our project include 8133 square meters. The area is in Mukim Hulu Kinta, Kinta District of Perak. We obtain permission from the local authority to acquire the land in order to propose the development on it. The table contains the specific regarding the ownership of land for the proposal site.
For the population, Malaysian population is projected to be 32.7 million at 2021 compared to 32.6 million in 2020, with an annual population growth rate of 0.2%. The decline in the population growth rate was due to the reduction in the number of non-citizens from 3.0 million at 2020 to 2.7 million at 2021. For the employment, the job profiles are some of the most important documents that needs to be revised in order to create a new development in the regions. For the income level, there are huge economic disparities between states. According to the statistics, in 2019, the greatest median family income was RM10,549 in Kuala Lumpur, while the lowest median household income was RM3,563 in Kelantan.
Next is infrastructure. Infrastructure can be identified as basic facilities and services. Firstly, for prison infrastructure, we have mosque, which is Muhammad Al-Fatih Mosque, school, restaurant, Tenaga Nasional Berhad, and others. Next is future infrastructure. For residential, we can say that the more years, 2 more residential units are needed because Perak needs 9041 units on 2025.
The last from me is market visible. Based on the graph, it shows the number of building in year 2017 and 2018 is 221. Year 2019 is added with another 2 office units, make the units become 2023 units, then consistency added another 1 unit every year until 2021. The total space area and total space occupied for 2017 is smaller than other years, which is 620,110 square meters and 586,434 square meters. For year 2018, the total space is increasing, but the total space occupied and the occupancy rate is decreased 0.07%. 2019 also showed the same movement with 2017, which is the total space increase and the total space occupied and occupancy rate increased to 94.3%, but not higher than 2017. the occupancy rate for 2020 and 2021 decreased. It is the lowest among the other years, which is 93.1%. For the both year 2020 and 2021, the total space is increased, making it 635,102 square meters and 646,045 square meters. But in 2020, the total space occupied is increased to 561,328 square meters, while in 2021 is higher, which is 601,468 square meters. That's all from me, and I pass to the next presenter.
Lastly is SWOT analysis. For the strength, the location is strategic because it near to complete facilities. For weakness, the size of development is small, so our building will look small and the interior will look narrow. And for opportunity, it will create more job opportunities because by renting the space of the building, we can gain income monthly. And lastly is threats. Our proposed development will compete with other commercial development that already established in the surrounding area. I guess that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, hi, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syakir Abdul Razak. My number matric is 2019-427-004, and now I will continue the presentation about the design feasible. Okay, this is our development plan, which if we have developed one office building, and also there are some facilities around there, which is such as courtyard, parking, landscape, and also road. Okay, first of all is courtyard. Courtyard is we have provide the courtyard with 2,000 square feet, and it also can be used by the all customers as a shelter, especially during a rainy. And then this courtyard will be complete with the roof as well as to ensure the customer safety. And then the parking that we provide is 194, include 4 parking of OKU parking. And then landscape, which is the landscape to attract the customer view. And the road that we provide is also to access to be as entrance and easy to the office building. Okay, this slide is the floor plan of our office building, which is have 3 level, which is the ground floor, first floor, and second floor. And each floor have their own toilets that provide in the building. And then at the first floor we have a receptionist area. And the ground floor build out area is 61,280.016 square feet, same as the first floor. And the second floor is a little bit small, which is the 59,280.016 square feet. And then at the second floor we have provide the water tank for the office building. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Umi Hadijah binti Muhammad Ali. My matric number is 20196472266. So firstly, to know our financial are feasible or not for the development, we need to do some calculation, know our gross development value, which is known as GDV. Next, we must using the residual method to find adjusted GDV and commercial value after adjusting the GDV minus with cost of development. Next, we need to use the payback method to know the period to get back the initial income, and using it, we also can calculate the profitability of the development, which use ROI and ROC. Lastly, we need to do the discounted cash flow, which is NPV and IRR, to know that our development have potentially to generate income, viable and profitable or not. Alright, furthermore, after we calculate all the particular, we found that our GDV is 29,943,000. After using residual method and we minus the GDV with cost of development, our RI is 20.82% and ROC is 26.29%. For the expected payback period is 19 months to get back the initial income, and the profit on GDV is 20.82%. The profit on TDC is 26.29%, which means the ROI, ROC and profit on GDV and TDC shows that our development is profitable because it is more than 15%. Besides, using the cash flow method, we found that our NPV1 is RM752,060 at 10% of PV, and for the NPV2, we found it RM261,842, which is at 13% of PV, and it leads to our IRR, which is 14.06%. It is reasonable and profitable because it is still higher than our loans rate, which is 10%. That's all from me. Thank you.
For the advice and recommended, the rules of implementation of business development for office building on the road displacement and parking depend on Kinta District Planning Standard about 46.4 square meter per unit, and the unit of parking is 194 units, has become a requirement for the development. In the OKU car park, there are only about 4 units. The purpose is to ensure that the residential or customer entering the building can park their cars near the supermarket without having to pay for parking and facilitate customer. Next, we will turn to guideline for the implementation of infrastructure and utility development. For water supply, comply with the guideline for the design of water supply system by the National Water Organization 1994 and the guideline for approval of water supply system in the state of Perak by LAP Perak. Next, the minimum size of primary reticulation pipe with a diameter of 150 mm for the electricity meter, water pipe, and the other utilities should be placed in a strategic position so as not to deteriorate the appearance of the building. Air conditioning should also be provided and designed to fit in the design of the building. In conclusion, for our development project, we will use the waste method, which is considered an income approach to determine the value of the site after taking into account the development project for a certain period, as our project takes 2 years to complete. Lastly, by conducting market research, we find out the demand and supply of properties in this area. We also managed to obtain information from the study area and could determine the needs and advantage in the area. We know that Ipoh Perak is one of the sector in the state is manufacturing, so we know that there is a demand for residential areas for factory worker, especially in nearby residential areas, because it can make it easier for them to go to the factory. This key sector has also brought many benefits to local people and state governments. That's all from us. Thank you.